Okay, there we go. Let me see if this is working. Test, test. Test, test. Yeah, okay. There is on Twitch. Fucking Discord, dude. I swear sometimes. Okay, one sec. Let me try something. Let me try my audio. Test. Okay. All right, what about now? Does it work now? I made a single sound.
I heard it for a second.
You heard it for a second? That's fucked. Well, Discord's fucked. God damn it, Discord. Oh, you hear me test? Okay, that's super weird. Come down to the... Okay. Can you hear me here? Yeah? Initial, do you hear me here?
Oh yeah, that we can hear.
Okay, so for some reason the Discord stages is broken, but the voice chats work. Oh, that's so fucking annoying. Okay.
I guess.
Whatever. Okay,
Deal.
one sec. Let me switch my audio back. One sec. Because I took off the soundboard to do that.
Oh no.
Test. Okay, cool. All right, can you hear me? Yes?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. All right. Apologies.
Now
fucking
we have soundboard.
Discord is... Yeah, please don't abuse that.
I haven't hit it yet. I don't know who that was.
No, we're just gonna use this VC for now, just because I don't know. Discord Stages isn't working with audio. That's weird. Okay, cool, all good. All right, here. Let me screen share this real quick. Okay, cool. All right, welcome everyone to the Golden Hour AMA podcast. My name is Dr. Gold. This is Actual Education. We're usually the stream that helps you out with math homework, science homework, and all that cool, fun stuff. But today's Friday, which we love Friday.
That's dope. Nice.
And so what we do is we do the Golden Hour AMA podcast. So what I'm planning to do with this later in the year is have some more official guest speakers on with us. The first week I'd figure I'd just like test it out to see if the time works for everyone. But this is the stream where you can ask anything, literally anything, as long as you don't get me banned from YouTube asking things. But doesn't have to be math, doesn't have to be science. It can be math or science. But life advice, world news, all that types of stuff. We are here for it, yeah. Because I know some people during the stream want to ask about, like, oh, hey, you know, how was grad school? Or what should I do to, I don't know, be able to talk to girls or something? And I want to have a stream so you guys can just talk about that. Yeah, don't ask me for girl advice. But
Yeah, we figured that out.
Evening, Falcon! Yes. All right, cool, dude. Okay, cool. All right, let's start off, because I know Initial, you got to go soon. You want to, Initial is our,
Which one do we
our
want to
world
start
reporter. Initial is our world reporter. So for those of you that don't know, in our Discord, we have a channel, I think this is dedicated to world news. Where is this? Where is it? It's the
with? Global newspaper, yeah.
Global newspaper channel. Yeah, I like this. So the students, I love doing this. I love empowering you guys. Like, if you have interests and hobbies, please go at it. I'm there to help you with it. So Initial has taken on the responsibility of telling us about what's going on in the
I
world.
have a lot to catch up on.
There's a lot going on. So yeah, well, maybe we'll keep it to like 20 minutes or
can't
something
keep up with it.
about what's... There's a lot going on in the world. So I kind of like this. It's to see what's happening. We also have a sports newspaper that I guess Ran and Artran have been doing. So they've been telling us about sports. I recently got into football, so I'm curious about this. The playoffs are this weekend.
What's the bond or Belichick?
What about Belichick?
Belichick's gone. He's done
He
after the
is.
season.
He is. Yeah. Yeah. I could talk about football a lot too. That's another thing we could do. Maybe I'll have like Artran or something be about that. But anyways, yeah. So we have the global newspaper. So yeah, you want to take it away here?
Which one do you want to start with? The
Alright,
tunnel
well-
speaking Yiddish or the Houthis?
The tunnel speaking Yiddish, I think, is just kind of bait. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like that's something that's just getting blown out of proportion.
That's 100%.
No, I know it's true, but
funny
people
as
are
all
trying to
hell.
use, but people are trying to use it as like some justification for that, like, I don't know, like Jews like rape babies in tunnels, and I'm just like, no, stop.
One second. Let me
People go a little
show you
extreme.
something.
I think
Here
it's
you
just
go.
a couple extreme
I'll
people
start
in.
that.
I think it's just a couple extreme people decided to like build a tunnel and like whatever. What's up?
Check the office hours chat.
Well, okay, well put stuff in this chat. Here, put it right here. I tagged you. Put it in this chat. I can't. I don't want to click between so many things on Discord, dude. I have so many channels on Discord. Put it in this channel.
All right, let me open it.
There you go. Okay. Oh yes, this one. I did like this. Yeah, I remember seeing
This
this
is
one.
great.
Yeah, this is pretty great. Yeah, some of you owe me an apology. Yeah, this guy says, I swear I keep hearing Yiddish under the floor in my New York apartment. I live at the ground level. I am not crazy. There are Jews living under my apartment. I hear this like they're digging or something. For the record, I live at ground level, and no, we do not have a basement. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I would think he's crazy too. And unfortunately, in today's like political, social landscape, you can't like say the Jews do this or anything. You just can't do it. It's gonna cause like people are gonna get fucking pissed on both sides. So, yes.
Well, and now we know that he wasn't.
Now we know he wasn't crazy. Yeah. Yeah. So yes.
He wasn't crazy.
There were
They
some-
were, in fact, speaking Yiddish.
There were some extreme Orthodox Jewish people that were digging an illegal tunnel underneath people's apartments. Yeah, it's kind
They
of
still
weird.
have yet to say what it was for.
I think what happened was,
Hasn't shown.
well, I've seen a lot of things, right? I've seen the far out conspiracies to like they were trafficking children to they just wanted to be able to get to the church in case like there was another ban or something. Apparently when COVID happened, like churches were not allowed to like convene, so they wanted like a secret way to still go to church. That's like not too bad in my opinion. Yeah, it's all over the place. No one has really explained, why they were building the tunnel, I guess. And it doesn't matter because no matter what they say, someone's gonna call them a liar. Like one of the sides is gonna believe it's their truth. Who is that? I don't know. It's just some random person. Some random person is what that is.
Yeah, I don't know who the hell it is. but
Yeah, so he wasn't
somebody-
lying. He wasn't lying. I mean,
It's
and there,
just somebody who wasn't crazy.
yeah, and okay, to kind of elaborate on this, the people that actually called these people out were the church. The church called them out. So it's not like the church was colluding with them and whatnot. These were some like extreme people within the synagogue that, what's up, Sam? That were just digging something. And then once like the church owners found out, they called the police on them. So if the church was really trying to like, I don't know, like kidnap children and whatnot, you think they'd call the cops on themselves? I don't think they would. You know, that's a bad idea.
No.
No. But people believe what they want to believe, dude. That's what happens sometimes, unfortunately.
It's whatever. I just thought that was funny and a good place to start.
It is a good place to start. Yeah. I mean, just tensions are high these days with things. So, I don't know.
Yeah, alright, then the second one is gonna be the Houthis. So
The Houthis. First of all, who are the Houthis?
Houthi.
Who the fuck are the Houthis?
It's a terrorist organization within Yemen. Even
Okay.
Yemen doesn't fucking like them. But they somehow still control areas of Yemen.
I get a little I get a little I have like some caution when we start saying like is a terrorist organization because like I don't know. There's kind of sometimes a fine line. There's a fine line between being like a terrorist and like a freedom fighter or whatnot, whatever we call them. Right?
It's not a fine line in this situation. Once you
I
start
know. It's
invading
just like
civilian
we
shit, you are a
we
terrorist.
designate some people as terrorists. I don't know. It's kind of like ambiguous, but yeah, I don't know. Okay. But yes, okay. The Houthis, which
If
are
you're using an unorthodox meme like that to
okay.
push your
I mean,
agenda,
yeah.
it's
If your slogans are "God is the greatest," "Death to America," "Death to Israel," "A curse upon Jews," like yeah, this.
victory
I'm
to Islam
sorry,
and
dude,
God is the
what?
greatest makes sense.
Y'all need to get some better slogans. Like no one can support this shit. I can't at least, you know? I always say this with the whole like Israel Hamas thing. I'm like, well, one side says kill all the other peoples. I can't really support them. Cuz I'm for the like let's not kill everyone.
Both sides have people that say it. Both sides have people that don't.
Yeah, but the IDF doesn't literally have their slogan being like let's just like commit genocide. you can argue that what they're doing is genocide, sure, but like their slogan isn't it. So someone needs to work on the marketing.
Their slogan isn't it, but they're
Someone's
definitely doing it.
Okay. Anyways, these guys are terrorists. Okay, and they apparently live in Yemen.
Yep. Take a look at that map. That'll tell you.
All right, let's look at this map. I don't even know what the fuck Yemen is, honestly.
Next to Oman under Saudi Arabia.
Oh, so Saudi's on the left here, right? Or Saudi above?
No, right above.
Oh, is this? Okay. Oh, this is the Gulf of Aden. Okay, I know this. All right, cool.
Yes. So you see this little route on the left and
Yeah, what's up, Mello?
water.
Yeah, what's up? Yep.
So through these areas, there have been a lot of pirate and just normal terrorist attacks from the Houthis on mainly civilian ships, mainly Western civilian ships.
Are they doing it for like financial gain? You know?
No, they're doing it because Israel.
They're just doing it to fuck around.
And this is apparently supported.
Like, has anyone seen Captain Phillips,
yes,
dude?
it is literally.
It's literally Captain Phillips, dude. What the fuck?
But they're not getting anything good out of it.
Yeah, look at me. I'm the captain now. That's what I think about when I think about like pirates. I am the captain now.
So from what I remember, there have been 2 attacks on U.S. naval crafts. So they entered the fuck around stage a while ago. Just last night they hit the find out stage. Over the past I think 12 hours, there have been nonstop airstrikes throughout Yemen from America.
From the U.S. because the Houthis don't have an air force. Do they just have a bunch of like drones? Well, they have drones.
Yeah, they do.
Wait, they have planes?
They have 11 flies. Well, not anymore.
Not anymore. What's up, Ethan? Good to see you, dude.
They disappeared.
Okay, how's it going here?
Good, man. We're talking about Yemen. Yes, Shadow Mello is an old friend, by the way, Monkey. Mello's been here like before, I don't know, 2022, probably in like 2021 you joined. Mello's an OG. Mello's a super OG, dude. Super OG. Good to see you, Mello. Are you still in, were you in El Paso? I forget, right?
Yeah, I live there.
Are you still in El Paso?
Yup.
Nice. Are you going to UTEP? That's the college, right?
Nah, I'm actually moving to Utah.
Oh, Utah. Okay, wow.
That's dope.
Yep.
I like Utah.
College over
Are you going? Oh, nice. Which college in Utah? That's cool.
there. Newmont in Salt Lake City.
Ooh, SLC.
That's dope.
I do like Salt Lake City. You're not Mormon, are you? Are you Mormon?
No, bro, no.
Well, you know, like most of Utah's Mormon.
I know that's what they've been telling me.
It's actually probably a good place to be because it's hard to get into like trouble because all their alcohol, I think, is like 1%. Is that right, Initial? Do you know what's the alcohol in Utah?
I do not know.
You never heard of this?
Alcohol percentage of stuff in Utah, no. Because I don't care for Utah.
Bro, I went to Utah once with my ex and we tried to get like indoctrinated. I was like, let me see if these Mormons can like convince me. And I remember I went to the churches and everything. I went through the whole thing, and I wore like stuff like this, and what was it? One of the I forget what they call them, like brothers or sisters or whatnot. One of the people in the Mormon church was like, "Oh, and here we have Dr. Gold, and he loves gold because gold is sparkly and it resembles purity." And I'm like, I am the least pure person ever. What? But anyways, that's cool. Good to see you, Mel.
You've been to Utah before?
I have been to Utah. I've been to Salt Lake. I got pictures of me there, dude. I'll find a picture for you guys. Yeah, Utah's dope. I went there for a physics conference actually. When I was in grad school, I presented, and it was cold, very nice people, awesome food. Yeah, Salt Lake's dope. You're gonna have a fun time there, Mello, dude. That's great.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like
What are you
it,
studying?
like
What are you studying in? What are you coming in as your major?
And computer science.
Ooh.
So,
That's dope, dude. Yeah, hell yeah. You make some good money. There we go. See, let that be an inspiration for people. Yeah, go to college, get a CS degree, get Facebook to pay you like $6,000 or 6 figures.
Wait, are you getting bachelor degree?
Yeah, he's getting a bachelor's degree. It'd probably be a BS, right, in computer science?
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Nice, dude.
Oh my god, I'm 6 months away to go to university.
Oh, nice! Where are you going to university, ZX? You're in Germany, right? You're German? Germany?
No, I'm Indonesian.
Indonesian. Oh, okay. Oh, that's very cool. Are you going to college in Indonesia?
It's either going to a local university or going back to my mainland, China.
Oh, okay. You know what's an interesting thing about China? Apparently they banned math tutors. Like, you're not allowed to have a math or science tutor in China. Like, private tutoring is illegal. It's it's kind of an interesting backdrop for why I started this Discord in the first place. So, I pay my rent mainly by private tutoring in Los Angeles. And in order to pay my rent, which is abusively expensive, I have to charge a lot. So, what ends up happening is I mainly end up helping rich kids because those are the only ones that have parents that can afford to pay my rate so I can afford to eat and have a roof over my head. The problem with this is this creates what's called like a wealth equality education gap where rich families get help but poor families don't. And so I felt kind of bad about that, and that's why I do this. I live stream for free. I tutor 3 times a week for free to try to like give people who don't have the money to pay for me to I guess get it for free. And that's kind of what happened in China. China recognized that all these kids going to college and getting really good scores were only coming from wealthy families because wealthy families could afford the tutors. And so they banned tutors. It's quite interesting. They were just like, no. Right? They're like, we're going to level the playing field. No one can hire a tutor. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Anyways, okay, cool. Very cool. Okay, I had a lot of topics I was going through. Initially, let's go back to the Houthis. Go back to the Houthis. I love it. This is why this is an AMA, because we'll take detours, we'll go down things, you ask me about stuff, we'll go into it, and then we'll circle back.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So,
Alright.
Just to reiterate basically everything I said, terrorist
organization. They're using
attacking different boats, basically. It's
like civilian boats.
Almost all boats until they hit a Reaper drone, I think it is, and a couple American naval crafts.
Okay.
That obviously that's to fuck around, find out Parabola.
Oh, of course.
They're already at the top of fuck around, which means they're at the top of find out.
Yeah, what I get mad at though is, dude, we end up using like $1 million missiles to take out like a $10 tent. It's just like, what?
You can't exactly make a cheap Hellfire.
I know, right? Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Even Mighty Mouse missiles cost what, 14 grand a missile?
Yeah, it's expensive.
And they're unguided.
The drones are cheap. So this is actually very. No, everyone's, well, okay, ours are not, but the ones getting used in Russia, the ones getting used in wherever, like
yeah, because they fly for 20 minutes and then they're done.
Yeah, but they take out like a $10 million tank. It's ridiculous. You know, it's like $1,000 drone. I'm very amazed at how like asymmetrical warfare ends up creating these ingenious solutions to level the playing field per se, right? Let me say Ukrainian bomb drone, dude. I mean, this is what they're using. They use these, bro. They just use
any drone. You just
strap a bomb to they just do this, dude. They take these like, you know, you fly these drones at home or you buy them off a Temu or something, and they just drop them on tanks. And so it's gotten to the point now where I think a lot of Ukrainian soldiers or even Russian soldiers are not using their APCs anymore because they're a moving target. They're like, we would rather go out on foot because if we get into something like a tank or an armored personnel carrier, then the enemy just launches like a $100 drone and takes us all out at once. So I don't know. It's fascinating. Yeah. Move on foot. It was. I saw some news article. Yeah. Yeah. Here it was. Yeah. Ukrainian units are leaving their Western tanks and advancing slowly on foot. Yeah. Minefields is one thing. That's a bad thing. But also the drones. Yeah.
The drones aren't much of an issue for these because a lot of Western tanks still feature machine guns, which as long as you have somebody manning it, is technically a kinetic anti-air defense.
Oh, I see. Okay, as long as someone can shoot down the drone before it comes in. Yeah.
And you gotta remember, these drones are maybe, what, 1.5 feet long at best?
I mean, they're cheap. But here's the whole...
to hit with a big-ass round, but still.
I mean, the ingenious thing is, like, if this gets shot down, they just send another one. And if they run out, they just pack up and just leave, you know? These budget drones, dude, like, yeah, look at this, bro. What? This is like literally a DJI quadcopter or something. And they're just strapping grenades on it.
It worked.
I know. Who could have thought, dude? I didn't think this was like the future of warfare because it does make tanks kind of irrelevant. Oh man.
Oh no, they're still more than relevant. It's just you have to weigh your options a little better.
What? Someone's dropping Molotov cocktails, dude. This is too funny, man. World's a fucking crazy place, dude.
Funny.
Fucking nuts. Old school. Yeah. Well, you know, and actually, I was talking to a friend about this. So, back in the days of, I don't know, what, like pre-Napoleonic, right? We used to have people would line up, right? They like war was like a sport. It had like honor. It had rules. So people would like line up, and you know you weren't allowed to do any like funny shit. It was like you shoot, and then you shoot, and then you shoot, and then you shoot, and then whichever side wins, they win, and then they shake hands and like cool. And then I think we were kind of the first people to kind of fuck with that game, with the American Revolution, and this is what they call asymmetric warfare. So asymmetric means, right? It's not the same on both sides. So when you hear that term. The American Revolution is a great example of this because the British were very much better equipped. They had better equipment. They had better training. They had better soldiers and whatnot. So it wasn't fair for us to fight. It's not a fair fight. So that's an asymmetric battle that we ended up developing guerrilla tactics, or what was seen in those days as like cheating, right? Because we would, not just line up in a field and face the British. We would do sneaky things like run in the forest or like kill them at nighttime, and we had to do this because it was our only way to win. So we kind of fucked the game up first for it, I would say. And that's what's happening now, right? With the Houthis, is what's happening with Hamas and whatnot, is they're not playing fair. They're not fighting fair because if they did, they would lose. So that's why they do what they do, right?
Basically.
Yeah,
if
basically.
They fought fair, they'd be gone by now. I don't understand their idea of attack everybody else's ships because Israel is doing something, and that's already reflected.
Yeah, that feels kind of like not a red flag. What do they call it? A false flag?
It is to an extent some kind of false. No.
Well, I feel like it's an excuse for the U.S. to start sending in aircraft. You know, we say, hey, one of our assets is getting like bothered with. Now we got to send in the whole like third fleet or something. You're just like, oh, okay, cool.
We're going to experience Pearl Harbor.
Exactly. Yeah. Pearl Harbor is very much that. Yeah. Oh, what's up, Penn Center? Hey, Penn Center's asking what's Golden Hour. Yeah, so Penn Center, Golden Hour is my like AMA Ask Me Whatever stream. It's not specifically math or science based, but we talk about like world events, life advice, whatever. You can ask math and science questions. And in the future, I want to get guests on that are more. Say, for instance, I have a friend who's in neuroscience, and I'll be like, hey, I'm having this guest person on. He's gonna ask him anything about neuroscience, and he'll talk, and we'll just have a discussion. Yeah, I've been doing these for a bit, but yeah, this is the first one of the year. But yeah, going to what ZX Gear said about Pearl Harbor. Yeah, Pearl Harbor is another example of that, right? There are varying theories. There are varying theories, right? That we basically baited the Japanese. We said, hey, here are all our ships. We just lined them all up. We're like, can you please like shoot them, so we have an excuse to go to war? It's terrible, but that's one of the theories. Do you believe that, Initial? Do you believe that we kind of wanted Pearl Harbor to happen?
Because it's not at all true.
Oh, it's not at all true. Okay. Sometimes I put my gold tinfoil hat.
It's so stupid,
at the time, one of the largest garrisons in the Pacific. It was just pure chance. They got the perfect day, perfect time. They chose a time when a lot of people were, doing their normal preparations, or still waking up. So everybody was kind of a little bit off that day, which it's that same time every day. It wasn't really an element of we wanted it to happen. It was an element of the Japanese learned us well enough for it to happen. Because America is such a predictable route with everything all the time that after a while you just get to know it.
Yeah.
It's like so.
But I mean, it was convenient. It was convenient because all of our buddies in Europe were losing World War II. The Germans had pushed the French out all the way to England. And England was getting fucking firebombed, and we're like, yo, we need to go help these people. But I don't think the public sentiment at the time was in favor of going to war, because we just dealt with World War I. We're like, bro, do we really got to get involved with this? We don't really want to. And it's kind of convenient that Pearl Harbor happens, because then now the Americans are like, oh no, we got attacked. Like, now we need to go to war. And it just lines up too well.
Pearl Harbor happened more in the interests of Japan wanting to expand into the Pacific.
Okay.
Because the only thing that was in the way was us.
Was Hawaii?
So
was
it's
Hawaii
better-
in the way? Was Hawaii in the way?
Our Navy was.
But were we going to defend anything in the Pacific? We didn't have a reason to.
Yeah, we do. We had the islands.
Yeah, we had Hawaii,
had
but I don't think
smaller
Japan
islands
wanted
they wanted.
Hawaii. Oh, we had smaller islands they wanted to?
We had
Oh, I didn't know
smaller.
that.
There's so many smaller islands in the Pacific that we have. It's uncountable.
Oh,
Remember that we still go as far out as Guam.
Oh yeah, you're right. We do, and we have like Philippines. So Penn Center says that it was intercepted that Pearl Harbor was going to happen, and they were not notified. I think the Allies. So do you think the Allies knew it was going to happen?
We had not broken Enigma. Enigma was broken like 2 years after, dog.
Oh, was it?
No, we did. We in no way knew it was going to happen. It looked more like a Japanese training exercise was going to happen not far.
And this says in 1939.
Not by Americans. Americans had no knowledge.
Well, I think that's what Penn Center's saying. I think he's saying that the Allies, so the people in Europe, had already broken it. They already knew, and maybe they were like, yeah, let's not tell the U.S. Let's let them get bombed a little bit, so that then they come join us. You're kind of like,
Poland
hey man.
wasn't part of the Allies. Poland was already disappeared by them. And
Okay,
British
this is
didn't know that it was
1941.
gonna
This is 1941. When was Pearl Harbor? I should know this. This is terrible, actually. I don't know.
1941.
December 7th.
Yeah,
Right, it's my friend's birthday. I should know that. So this says July 9th that the British had broken the Enigma.
They
so
had
that
no need to tell America. You have no need to tell them that we broke an Enigma if
yeah.
we're not fighting, and we're not going to be seen as someone who's going to fight, because Hitler knew.
Yeah, ZX here says,
America.
Japanese were so stupid that they went to Hawaii, which is closer than America, despite wanting to conquer the sea. Yeah, I think what Initial is saying is that because Pearl Harbor had you said a garrison, right? It was like a stockpile of a bunch of...
Oh, yeah, no, it was a major...
Yeah.
Pearl Harbor was actually a pretty major garrison for the Pacific Fleet at the time. Keep in mind, our Pacific Fleet was kind of small versus what it's going to become in a year.
Let me see. Let me see if I got a picture of it. I probably got a picture somewhere of all the ships. I mean, most of them were
You'll never
docked,
find
too.
all of them.
No.
Oh yeah, no, most of them were docked because it was just a normal day.
So like, yeah, I mean, yeah,
You don't go out every day.
So what? It's like an RV. You just park. Okay, here we go. Here's like a picture of all the stuff they
That's
had.
basically it.
This is cool. This is cool. Yeah, so you had all these ships just like chilling, dude. Like all these ships, and wow, this is crazy. They attacked from like this many fronts. Wow.
Yeah, well, you kind of have to in this situation when at any point in time, as soon as AA gets enabled and they know where you're coming from, kind of.
They had 353 planes, but only lost 29. Wow.
Well, we didn't get AA. It was way too late.
Oh, okay.
Japan lost.
What's up? What's up?
After the bombing.
What's up, Zaxxer? What did you say after the bombing? All are undecided says, I feel...
Not,
yeah, go on.
Not only just lost.
Not only just Lawson?
They lost about 1 million.
Oh, yeah, well, at the end of World War II they did. Yeah, but in Pearl Harbor...
Yeah, by the end of World War II, yeah.
Yeah, in Pearl Harbor, they apparently only lost 29 planes. That's not bad.
No, that's an 100% correct statistic. All of this is actually...
They only lost less than 10%.
About Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Oh, yes. Well, yes. Well, yeah, well, that's civilians, too. That's a huge mess. But I'm just saying, we're just talking about Pearl Harbor. Aller says, I feel like I should know this as a Japanese person. I mean, maybe. I don't know. I feel like... does that even get taught during history? Like, I'm curious. Aller, are you from the U.S. or are you from Japan?
It is taught in U.S. history.
I know it's taught in the U.S. history, but I'm wondering about in Japan. My boy's Canadian. Okay. So the Canadians probably talk about it. Canadians probably. I just wonder if like in Japan if they teach this in like Japanese history. They probably don't. You don't want to really talk about these things, right? Like you're a Japanese Canadian. Cool. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. So Pearl Harbor, Houthis. What are we talking about? Oh, yeah, false flags. Okay. So
I said something about learning from Japan and not fuck with our boats.
Yes. Okay. So
And they didn't learn that.
they didn't learn that. Okay. So the U.S. has been bombing the shit out of the Houthis. Is Yemen cool with this? Is Yemen cool with us like bombing people on their
Yemen
land?
has been fighting the Houthis for what?
Oh, so they're chill. So like, yeah, you can go do it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Every nation surrounding Yemen is like, fuck yes, get rid of these guys. Nobody likes them because all they do is just bring a terrible name to the Arab world and cause major issues through these shipping straits, which causes issues for every other
Iran is like upset. Iran is upset that we're bombing the Houthis.
Yeah, because Iran isn't getting
Why?
their way.
Why would? But I mean, why do they get a claim to that?
They
Why does it?
spend so much
Why does
money
another
getting
country get to say,
slowly-
"I'm upset that you're killing the terrorists in their country"?
Because they
What?
spent their money on them.
Oh, they already paid the Houthis.
Just
Bad
remember that Iran
investments.
has like no money
Okay.
because they spend it all on their nuclear program that gets bombed bi-weekly.
All on the side is it says I'm confused what it's about. Yeah, I should probably have like a big like notice thing. So usually 3 times a week I have an office hour stream where I stream free help for math and science homework, and that's mainly educational. Fridays, this is like an AMA stream where we just talk about whatever. So I have students that propose topics. Sometimes I have guest speakers on. In the future, we'll have some maybe Penn Center. I would love to have you on. And you know what would be cool? Because I know you know how to stream and everything, it would be interesting to see if we could link those somehow. Also, you would know how to like pipe OBS stuff, which is smart. Yes, you can join the VC discussion. Yeah, join our Discord, dude. It's right here. Join the Discord. Yeah. Usually,
hello, Penn Center.
Yeah, do you know Penn Center? Do you know Penn Center, ZXQ?
The Penn Center invited his whole server to this one.
Oh, thank you, Penn Center. I appreciate that, Penn Center. I did see a number of invites coming from your username. Yeah, Penn Center is my go. Yeah, I like Penn Center. Penn Center's cool. Penn Center found me, and then I found Penn Center's like community, I guess, that he's all a part of, which is very cool.
Penn Center is my go.
Penn Center is my go. We love him.
That's dope.
Nice, dude.
Interesting soundboard.
Yeah, I think there is like a community one I could enable, which I usually don't because then it just becomes absolute chaos. Because well, the majority of my Discord users are students who are in like middle school and high school, and you know they love
also
to just.
You can also use the Discord soundboard.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think I could enable that, but I think maybe I didn't enable it for this channel.
It's already enabled on the Discord server.
Oh, it is. Okay. I think maybe I chose who could use it. Oh god, there's like so many interesting ones here, because then people will start like blasting like Trump quotes or something. I'm like, oh man, don't get me banned off YouTube, please. Indonesia's independence. Okay. Oh, very interesting. I didn't know. So there's so much Asian history I don't know.
China taking over Taiwan.
China taking over Taiwan. That's a big one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I know they got taken over, but I don't know really the logistics of it.
Well, no, Taiwan is still independent, I think, right now. But
Taiwan
there is
still fully independent.
Still fully independent.
Taiwan's not a country. Hi.
Yeah, well, this is the whole. If we really going to go back to was it Mao Zedong and the whatever the
Mao Zedong.
Mao Zedong.
They're going to make Taiwan more Asian.
Well, they're making more Chinese. More Chinese is what they're doing. So what happened in Hong Kong, right? So Hong Kong used to be an independent territory that was allowed to operate more or less autonomously. And then, but it used to be a part of China. And China started kind of, boiling the frog. Boiling the frog means you like slowly start raising the temperature on it and people don't notice that things are getting too hot. They started implanting like Chinese sympathizer politicians within the government there and whatnot to eventually just taking it back. And I think all of this started happening right before COVID, which was very weird that it happened like that. Remember all the protests?
Hong Kong wasn't like really so independent.
It was. No, Hong Kong used to be hugely independent because it was a British colony at one point. Pardon?
Yeah, until
Hong Kong doesn't use the Gaokao.
Doesn't use what? Sorry, what?
Gaokao. GAOKAO.
Oh, what's that? What is that?
Just it's hard to explain. Just search up like GAOKAO. It's a test.
GAOKAO? Gaokao. Oh, okay. Yeah, the national exams. Yes.
Yeah, they don't
Okay.
take it in Hong Kong.
Yeah, no, because it's a Chinese thing, right?
Yeah, except I don't think it's used in Hong Kong.
No. Yeah. Well, it will probably start being used in Hong Kong.
True.
How?
Yeah, so this is the exam, and I know this like determines what your future is in the rest of China.
It
So-
determines the university.
Yeah, this is like the SAT on crack. And people so interesting thing I was just talking about prior is that so there used to be companies like tutoring companies that would make fucking bank off of getting people prepared to take this exam. And then I was saying I think in the last year or two China banned tutors. Like you're not allowed to get a tutor.
What?
Yeah. Because they wanted to level the playing field. Yeah, one second. China bans tutoring. Dude, it was such a weird thing. But like, yeah. Yeah, so kids are not going to like underground test prep classes, dude. Look at this. 100 billion, whatever. Continue, whatever. Dude, I don't want to pay for Bloomberg. God damn it. Fuck. I don't want that. Anyways, okay. So, yeah, so China banned tutoring, and then so now people started going to like black market tutoring in order to, again, do well on this exam, the Gaokao. Pardon my pronunciation is probably terrible, but because this determines what you basically are in life. If you do bad on this exam, you basically have a shitty life, right?
If you cheat on it, you get 7 years in prison.
7 years in prison?
Yeah.
What?
If you cheat on it.
Oh my god, dude. That's intense.
Well, China is a very strict country as well.
Oh, of course. You know, if we had so one of my TAs is his name or their name, sorry, is what's her name? Hypatia. Hypatia is a political refugee from China who escaped for the and they have a lot of very interesting opinions about the communist
I wouldn't mind
Chinese
meeting
party.
them if they ever come.
Oh yeah. Hypatia's great. And they teach calculus now in New York at like at a university, and I think
York University?
it's it's in New York. It's in Brooklyn. Oh man. Oh, Stuyvesant. Is it Stuyvesant? Wait, or is that a high school? I think Stuyvesant's a high school.
You're
Anyways.
talking about New York. I thought you said York, like GTA area. In
Oh yeah,
Montana.
no. Well, thanks, Gendler. Appreciate the sub.
I remember Penn Center pointing me your way for physics.
Yes. So if you ever need help with like homework questions or test prep and whatnot in physics, I do that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday during the office hour stream we have, and that's where you can ask whatever question you have, and I'll help you go through it. If you have like just general questions about physics.
Math paper right now.
Pardon?
Penn Center and I are working on a math paper.
Oh, nice math paper. That's cool. Dr. Gold is the physics goat. I appreciate that. Penn Center, do you have an upper degree in math? Do you have like a PhD in math? I forget. I mean,
Penn Center does have one, I'm pretty sure.
He does. Yeah, does he? Yeah. I gotta ask. 2 masters. Okay. 2 masters equals 1 PhD. I'll give you that. There's a conversion right there. Okay. Cool. Let's see. All right, Gaokao. What were we talking about? The tutoring ban is funny. Yeah, that's a whole other thing. Taiwan, right? Okay, Taiwan. Yeah, Taiwan's interesting.
Taiwan. That's what it all went to.
Yes. So yeah, for those that don't know, Taiwan is what do they call it? Is it called it's a country though, right? It's technically, but it's probably not recognized by China, right?
China doesn't recognize it as a country.
They recognize it as a
it's not
territory.
country, like-
What are they saying? Well, it depends. It depends. Everything's who considers what. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
Oh yeah,
And I-
about Taiwan. It uses the old flag of China.
the old flag of China. Okay, I see. Before the communist revolution happened in the 50s, I think. Was that the 50s in China? D Penn Center. I like that, dude. No, we'll call you
Oh,
Master
sure.
Penn Center. Master Penn Center, dude. But yeah, so the whole Chinese situation stems from the South China Sea, right? Which is a area. If you guys don't know, it's an area just off the coast of China, which a lot of countries use. South. Where's my home address? Who cares? China Sea. Used for shipping routes, right?
That's
So
Kansas, bro.
Yeah. Well, you can always dox me because like all my nonprofit paperwork like literally has my address on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyways, here's China, right? Here's the South China Sea. And I think what they've been doing is China's trying to claim this body of water as like their sovereign territory, so that they can basically say that they control what boats come in, what boats come out.
That's where Taiwan is, right?
Taiwan is right here, right? Taiwan's like up here so also kind of at the top end of the South China Sea. And the US, for whatever reason, again, I don't know exactly why we're over there. Like, come on, dog, we're like way over here. But we have a significant presence here in the South China Sea in what we say is like keeping it open, not letting China claim it as theirs and not letting them take control of the shipping routes and whatnot. And how China tries to get around this is they build these little islands in here. Like, they literally dump sand in the middle of the ocean. They create these mini islands. And then they put, like, airstrips on it. They put missile silos. And they say, oh, because this is land that we created, this is now Chinese territory. And so I think by whatever maritime laws, I think you get, like, a mile of radius outside of whatever the territory is. You get to claim it as yours. So, like, was it Chinese... China South Sea Islands island building, yeah, it's they make these things, dude. They just start making bases. You know, imagine you were just out on the beach and you just started just dumping a bunch of sand and you're like, okay, cool, well, yeah, look at these things. They have airstrips on them, bro. Like, these things are massive. And they do it by just dumping a bunch of sand in the middle of the ocean and creating an island.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, this is becoming disputed, and the U.S. is continuing to, you know, put boats and planes and stuff saying, well, we're defending the freedom of it. And at the same time, they're also claiming that they're, you know, keeping China from taking Taiwan back. Whereas I think in the news recently, I think Xi Jinping basically told Biden, if Biden can even remember anything, that they intend to take Taiwan in, like, the next year or two. Like... where was it? Xi takes Taiwan. Yeah. So yeah, he had in his New Year's address, he says China will surely be unified. Reunification's happening. This like Xi.
Terrible.
Well, I mean, it's hard, man. It's hard to argue about.
Politics when I barely understand how politics work.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of complexities to it and whatnot. Taiwan says it's a sovereign country. Cool. China wants it back. It technically was theirs to begin with. You know, we kind of like got our hands sticky there by supporting the loser in that whole thing, in the revolution. We shouldn't have given Hong Kong back. Yeah, I think what happened was there were things in place where the British said. They signed like some treaties or something that was like, oh, in 10 years or in 20 years, it will eventually become China. And I think China kind of reneged on the deal and said, no, we want it quicker. And it's basically China now. And there were protests against this.
I really want to study in Hong Kong.
Pardon?
I really want to study in Hong Kong.
Yeah, I don't think you want to do that now. I think you probably wanted to like 4 or 5 years ago.
Kind of young.
Yeah. It's... Because right before COVID was happening, a lot of the Chinese, not the Chinese, sorry, a lot of the Hong Kong native people or whatnot, especially the students, were very much against the crackdowns and started rioting and protesting a lot. And there was a lot of like stand with Hong Kong. And then I think a month or two into the protests, COVID happened. And so the rest of the world just shut down. And then we conveniently forgot about all this. And now I think China just took it. So, yeah. Sensation. I'm curious. Why do you think we shouldn't have taken Hong Kong? And what's up? Yeah.
5 more years until I graduate, so I'm good.
5 more years till you graduate? Yeah, undecided.
Like as in like before university.
Oh, okay. You're in high school, right?
I'm 1 year before high school.
Okay, cool. Wow. You. I mean, you're pretty well spoken for someone who's 1 year before high school. I'll give you that. Yeah, he says I get that a lot. Okay, nice. Okay, cool. Let's see. We have some other questions that people asked in the stream. Let me see. Infamous said, can you explain ROBOC? ROBOC? Just the general laws that make them work, like the controls? ROBOC. What is ROBOC? I gotta look this up. Sensation says the Hong Ni. Oh, is that their name? Is that how you call them, Hong Kong people? They're called the Hong Knees. That's cool. They had a much better quality of life under us. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say that it sucks to live in China underneath a totalitarian communist government.
I got Roblox when I type in Roblox.
I type in Roblox, and this is
Why
Roblox.
Roblox out of nowhere?
I don't know. Well, because one of the questions was, can you explain how
software
Roblox works? Yeah. Oh, man.
It's software development.
Yeah. Where was what was the thing I was thinking about? Oh, man, Chinese banned this. Oh, okay, this is an interesting thing that, back on the China topic, which is interesting. So China has a lot of strict laws about gaming. Do you guys know about this? Like, what's the biggest gaming company in China?
I don't know. I think Hoyoverse. No, not
I think
Hoyoverse.
it's Tencent. I think Tencent is the biggest one.
The only one that I know is Hoyoverse.
Hoyoverse? Okay. Tencent is huge. They got to be one of the biggest ones. So they created, I think they created Valorant. They own Epic. I think they bought Epic, right?
I thought Valorant was made in
Sorry, no, they bought Riot. Yeah, no. But Tencent bought Riot. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So any Riot game, right, which that's Valorant, and some other ones are owned by Tencent.
That's why League is so popular in China.
Yes, League of Legends is also owned by them. Yep. So they have some big stakes and things.
Companies they have.
Well, yeah, here's all the major ones. These are the major ones. Foreign studio assets. So Riot, I don't know these other ones. They own Epic as well. No, they don't own Epic. Sorry. They have a 40% stake in Epic, which is a lot.
Jesus.
They own 40% of Epic, right?
They own Netmarble? What the hell? And they own From Software.
Yeah, From Software. Who's this? What did they do? What games do they do?
They made Sekiro.
Oh, and they did Armored Core, bro. I loved Armored Core.
Dark Souls.
They did this whole
Oh, and Elden Ring? They did Elden Ring,
They
apparently.
made the Souls games, basically.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, so Tencent, I mean, so Sam's saying that Bilibili is another big one.
Company.
Yeah, they're huge. But anyways, so China has a lot of, being a totalitarian government and being able to basically dictate human behavior and no one can question them. They started realizing that their kids were playing a lot of video games, and this was leading to poor grades or, antisocial behavior. Their birth rate is fucking plummeting. So they started making rules on how many hours per day you could play or at what hours you could play. So there's like a curfew in China based on like when you. So let's see, like current rules to play video games in China. Okay. So if you're under 18, you're only allowed to play between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays during the school year. Can you imagine that?
Hell.
Yeah, can you imagine that? Like, your government is like your mom. Like, being like, I'm going to pull the plug on you. You can't play video games unless it's Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, and only for an hour between 8 and 9.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I could do that just because I do so much stuff that basically is video games for school.
Yeah. So they have this huge control on it, and their most recent thing that they tried to do is they tried to ban the amount of money that people can pay on in-game cosmetics. Is what they did.
That's gonna.
Yeah, because again, this is a huge thing for how like these companies. Wait, not cosmetics. Sorry, gaming add-ons.
That's the only. That's like basically most of the income they get from gacha games.
Yeah, this was it. Yeah. They had a rule to reduce the spending on video games. So they were gonna set limits. Like some kid just spends like a gazillion dollars on like the Fortnite skins and whatnot. They put a limit on it, which wiped $80 billion in market value on these stocks.
Jesus.
Yeah, so this was huge. I think they pulled back from this because they realized they're like, oh shit, like we fucked up a lot of stuff doing this. But
you know a game that it would really kill? Fate Grand Order.
Fate Grand Order? Yeah.
It's a gacha game. Basically, you have a spending currency they use to play characters, and basically.
Oh, so you have to basically pay for it. Yeah.
And that's basically all the money.
Game for Peace, 10 cents alternative to PUBG. Oh, I didn't even know this was a game. Has anyone played Game for Peace? Like what? It's called Game for Peace. What? What the hell? What type of video game's Game for Peace? Pensister says, let's be honest, all Western world birth rates are plummeting. Lol. No one can afford 2 kids or more. Dude, I can't even afford 1 kid, bro. What? I can like barely afford my rent. Yes. Yeah, that's a big factor. Yeah, it's getting expensive. Well, it's always been expensive to raise a kid, but like it's getting more expensive and income hasn't been going up. There's also a ton of like societal arguments here, you know. Kids are getting married a lot older. Or they're just not getting married at all. Like they're just not even interested. I think specifically in y'all's generation, you're like Gen Alpha, right? Undecided, technically. Are you Gen Alpha? Yeah. There's studies where y'all just don't go on dates anymore. It just doesn't happen. Like girls and guys are just not even interested in talking to each other anymore, for whatever reason.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's I don't know. There's probably a lot of effects of COVID. Social media probably screwed up a lot of this, and then maybe video games. I think maybe also video games to a certain extent of like, you know, you can have the same social interactions playing with your boys on a video game.
I was born with the fact that I do not want to date. Like that's just being born when I was born.
You were born with the fact you don't want to date. Interesting. That's so actually here. I'm curious now. It's why do you think you don't want to? Like, is it just doesn't interest you?
It just doesn't go right with me.
Okay. Can you speak more about that? You don't have to if you don't want to. I'm just curious.
I'm not sure how to explain it.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like the idea of dating gets me really friggin' uncomfortable.
Okay. It's uncomfortable. Okay. Like it's almost like taboo or something, right?
It's almost like taboo for me, but like not really. But it's just like there's like a physical barrier there, even though there really isn't.
Interesting. Okay. All right. No, that's interesting. I wonder like what created that barrier, because biologically that barrier does not exist.
It's more just like personal stuff that probably
exactly
just, like, kind of went into that.
Yeah. So exactly. Yeah. Something personal happened in your life, in your upbringing, or just in your environment that you grew up that has created this. But I don't think you're alone. I think this is a huge thing that scientific studies are coming out with. Yeah, that's the norm now. is that kids just don't go on dates, or they just don't have any desire to. But what if they love maths? You can't marry maths, Penn Center.
And you said yourself they can't get a wife if you know calculus.
You can't get a wife if you know calculus? Wait, is that what you said, Penn Center?
And theory is true, because he has a husband.
That's too funny. Oh, man. Sam asks, do you want to get married? I do. So I come from a big family. I have 5 sisters.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so I come from. I'm
trying to think about the logistics of that and how expensive it was.
Dude, and they were all C-sections, dude. My mom got like sliced and diced like 6 fucking times, dude. Like nuts.
Oh, she got Sekiro.
Yeah. Like is Sakura? Is that what it's called? Sekiro. Yeah.
She got Malenia.
So props to her. But yeah, I would like to get married at some point. But it's as Penn Center said, yeah, it's kind of difficult to consider that when money's so tight and the economy is fucked. And also it is kind of, it's low-key hard to meet people naturally anymore these days. I think social media has really...
Yeah, it's really hard. Unless you have social media, it's really hard.
Yeah, and you know, I have a decent social media presence and whatnot, but I like to meet people in person because I think that's the best way to judge someone. I don't think you can tell a lot about a person just from texting. There's so much subconscious, you know, body movement, body language, just the tone of things, how they react to your joke.
The biggest problem is these days boys don't know how to act weird.
Boys don't know how to act weird. Explain that.
They don't know how to not act weird.
Oh, they don't know how to not act weird. Okay. Yeah, okay.
It's just,
no, but but you mean like they get all like weird and awkward?
No, it's more just like they will make really bad comments.
Uh-huh. Okay. Why do you think that happens?
Especially bad comments.
Sure. I know. Yeah, boys are honestly like even when I was your age.
They don't know how to not do that stuff anymore. Like they just do it, and it's because of COVID and all the behavioral issues.
So interesting. I think this also plays into the fact that, so for instance, I can't see your face, Undecided. I don't know what your name is, right? You could say whatever the fuck you want, and there's no real social consequences from it, right? Because yeah, right. Gay. You can say whatever because, but for instance, if you were in person with someone, there are some consequences about saying stuff like that, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, I think this is what happened is kids your age probably got too used to being able to say whatever and there being no like repercussions for it that now they do that in person. And again, you're going to scare off all the girls if you say half the shit that you would have said to your boys. Like, just don't do it. Like,
Exactly. But you know, I have self control, unlike some people.
it's a 10 Did someone yell for me? That's sensation. Yeah.
It's just
No,
it
you
sucks
massive
because
boss.
the people who actually
I'm
behave
kidding.
like they
No,
do
possibly takes that too
do
seriously.
that.
Yeah, you're fine.
Like the problem is there's so many kids are just like getting
I
punished for no
came for
reason.
I came for a reason. I appeared for a reason.
Yeah, one sec. Wait, let me hear undecided real quick, and then I'll get to you, sensation. What did you say, undecided?
Like, the problem is so many classes are like whole classes are just getting punished anymore because teachers can't tell anymore if everyone's misbehaving or just some people are, just because it happens so much.
Okay, so that's interesting. So you say, so for instance,
Whole classes are getting punished even though it's really just
Right.
the students who do it anyways because they don't know who's actually
right,
doing it
because
wrong.
it's just society, right? You know, we had that example actually happen the other day on my stream or something. I don't know. I was showing a picture of someone, and one of my students said, "Yo, this guy looks like a pedophile," and then someone was like, "Whoa, bro, like that's a disgusting thing to say." And I'm like, well, I mean, he just said it. Like those are his feelings, you know. You can't get mad at people for just saying what they feel, but you should maybe think twice about before you say it.
Exactly.
So
Like, nobody thinks twice anymore.
yeah.
They just say shit and then they don't care.
Lolly asks, what are you doing in your streams? So this is our AMA stream. We just talk about whatever. Usually I have a stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday where I stream free help for anything math, science from middle school through high school. This is just an AMA stream, which is cool. I love getting the perspective of undecided from your age group of what you're going through. It's
I mean, personally, I'm just a really mature 13-year-old. That's the best way I can describe myself.
that's cool. Yeah, no, that's dope.
But I don't know. It's like grade 8. It's like the transition between like you really want to be in high school or you really don't want to be in high school.
Yeah, well, I mean, grade 9 in high school, you start back at the bottom of the totem pole, which I don't know if this happens anymore, but like when I was in high school, hazing was 100% a thing. Is there no hazing in high school? There's no like hierarchy anymore?
No.
What?
They actually
Kind of like the hazing. Like we had the whole like freshman, go get me a sandwich, or like freshman, you gotta go, I don't know, do my homework.
Stuff like that, but
Oh,
you
okay,
know,
still
to
stuff
the
like that.
extent that it happened before.
Oh, okay.
It'd be like light stuff.
Lolly asked, do I only stream on Twitch? No, I also stream on Discord. There's the Discord. The link's there somewhere. There's not even any bullying or anything. Samo's pretty chill. Bro, you're talking about the same high school where someone like pulled a knife on someone last year? Didn't someone pull a knife out? That's not chill.
I'm in Canada. We don't have popped up cases.
Wait, what was Sensation saying? It's Sensation, what were you saying, dude? Sensation, what were you gonna say? Let me see.
Oh, I think he left.
Oh, he did? Alright, we'll have him come back. Yeah.
Yeah, but pretty much the difference between Canada is Pumped Up Kicks is just a song here. Pumped Up Kicks happens in real life in America.
Oh, you mean with violence, gun violence? Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah,
that's another
that's
big
pretty much
one.
how it is.
Yeah, bunch of.
Which is really scary to think about, to be honest.
It is, and like honestly, you kids go through some whack shit, dude. I had one of my students actually called me on Discord during a school shooting last year. like literally like called me, was like, Gold, hey Gold, I'm kind of scared, I don't know what's going on. I was like, bro, call your fucking mom, like don't call me.
I think he was just like, you're like the first person that came.
Yeah, I mean it was touching at some point. I was like, oh cool, thanks for you thinking, but like I'm like, yeah, please call your parents, like I'm not your parents.
For me, you know what I do? I'd run to the shooter. That's me.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a joke.
That was wild, dude.
I don't think I'd ever be in that position.
Yeah, and he got kind of messed up from it. I remember like he said like he kept hearing the gunshots or something, and he felt weird going to school. Yeah, the PTSD from that is fucked up, dude. plot twist: Dr. Gold is the dad. I may be a dad. I just don't know about it. I don't know. We've had some crazy times.
You don't get jokes for pay.
No, don't do that.
Okay, good.
I think I would be disqualified for a number of reasons. I'm not tall enough. I'm only like 5'8". I think you got to be like 6 foot for those things.
Damn, I'm taller than I don't know how old guy.
I'm a short guy.
I'm 5'6".
5'6". I think the average is 5'7". I think the average is 5'7" in the world. Let's see. What's the average height?
I'm 4 inches above average for height.
Oh yeah, if you're 5'11", dude, yeah, you're doing all right. I mean, by all right, I mean by whatever you need to survive in today's online dating realm. Which again, you said you had no interest in dating, so so who cares?
To survive.
Yes, 6 foot to survive.
6 foot minimum.
Yeah.
6 foot minimum, or
bro,
okay, but you don't even exist.
But do you guys know this? Do you guys know this website? It's called IHaveStandardsBro.com. Have you guys heard about this one?
Oh, I heard of that one.
Yeah, what's it? I have standards, bro. Let's see if it loads. Oh, where is it? Does it want to load today? Come on.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate using latex, but I also love it.
Oh, this is. Oh, is it bro? I have standards.
What's the one? How delusional?
Oh,
you
here
are?
it goes. No, it's I got standards. They call it the female delusion calculator. It's a little, like, I don't know. It's a toxic title for it, but yeah, it basically just says it's cool because when you get older into your 20s and 30s, I don't touch online dating apps. I refuse to do them. But a lot of people, once you get out of college, it's the only way for you to meet people because college and high school are very unique opportunities where you're all forced to go to the same classes. You're forced to see each other every day or every other day, whatever, for long periods of time. So it's a great time to like build friendships, relationships, and whatnot. And then after that, when you're thrown into the workforce and you're thrown into the real world, it gets harder to meet people and to develop those same connections. So people end up using dating apps, which I think are fucking awful. But one of the things that it lets you do on these dating apps is it lets you screen based on like what people's height are. And so a common joke trope you see a lot of times is where girls say, oh, if he's under 6 foot, I wouldn't date him, right? So I don't think people realize how rare it is to find someone that's over 6 foot. So this uses U.S. Census data to put in,
Or
let's say,
why someone who's over 6 foot and actually has a good personality.
yeah. Well, this doesn't even take into account personality. This is why I hate. This is the worst thing about online dating. It's like it's literally strictly a visual connection thing. You're literally just saying like, am I visually appealing to this person? Which has nothing to do with like conversation or banter or personality or shared values. Like it's the worst, dude. Anyways, so if for instance, let's say you were saying, oh, I want to find a guy who's between, I don't know, like 25. I don't know what women do, but like 21 and 30. Or maybe 35. Okay. Any race, let's say you don't care. But here, the minimum thing is if you put the minimum height at 6 foot, and let's say you want to date someone who at least goes to the gym, like they're not obese, like this is normal. And then the income, this is always a rich one. Some people say like, oh, I want 6 figures, right? So you say, okay, minimum income, 100K. The probability of that happening is 0.92%. So less than 1% of men in the world fit that criteria, right? It's a 1 in 100 chance.
What if you just bring it down to like 5'7"? Just bring it down to 5'7".
Okay, let's bring it down to 5'7". Okay, I like that. Okay, here, let's bring it down to 5'7", the average. Okay, and let's still keep the 6 figures because apparently this is a thing. People are like, oh, I want a guy who makes 6 figures, which honestly, 6 figures still is like doesn't make you that much these days. Okay, now we're up to 4.7%. Yeah, so 1 out of 20. So 1 out of 20 people you run into will fit these standards, I guess. So I don't know. It depends how many people you're running into. If you run into 20 people a day, yeah, you'll find one. But it's hard to even just meet up with like one person a week. Just schedules, and plus it's expensive. You gotta pay for like dinners and coffees and shit, dude. You're making women sound so judgmental. I don't know. This is literally just what they say. I mean, guys are probably the same too. I'm just saying that on these apps, this is usually what people say. They say like, I want this height, I want this income. It's just what they say. But I think there's a serious mismatch in what people think is reality and their expectations, you know. Wow. Yes. I wouldn't be surprised if I end up getting married to my girlfriend. I mean, that's cool. My sister is engaged to her high school boyfriend, which is cool. They've known each other. Crazy. Yeah, they've known each other since probably sophomore year of high school. She just graduated from law. She just graduated from law school, so I think she's like 25. And so I guess they've been dating for probably 10 years since high school. And through college, they didn't even go to the same college. They went to 2 different colleges, and they still did long distance. And now they live together in Chicago. He's going back to school now to get a master's degree, I think, in engineering. And she just finished law school. And yeah, they're gonna get married, so that's cool. It happens.
I kind of want to do some engineering.
Engineering's dope. Yeah, that's a great field to get involved with. It really is.
Either that or somewhere in like just like nuclear energy.
Nuclear energy is cool. I think that's the future for sure. Do you know anything about nuclear energy? Fear the chancla.
Should fear the 8th grade knowledge of nuclear energy. We know so much.
Okay. Dude, Asian women are popular from their sandal punishments. Dude, apparently that's a thing in Mexico too. Like all my Latino friends talk about the abuelitas with the sandals.
Yeah, with my Japanese mom, it's a wooden spoon.
It's a wooden spoon. Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Wooden spoon on the
One way to
ends.
discipline you, I guess.
It's
okay.
actually true.
Let me see. I was. So you're interested in nuclear energy. Do you want to know some stuff about nuclear energy? Because it's actually something I was very interested in when I went to the grad school. I was very interested in nuclear engineering.
Nothing really, to be honest, because I'm not sure if I want to do it.
Okay. Well, here I'll just tell you. There's two types. Okay.
Well,
Do
I
you know?
that it's really
Have you heard of
beautiful.
fusion and fission? Have you heard of these two things?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
watched Oppenheimer.
you watched Oppenheimer. Okay, cool. That's a very good movie. I enjoyed that movie a lot.
I
Also,
loved it. It was so good.
it
It's not
was,
because
yeah.
I hate Barbie, it's because
The
I
Barbenheimer.
can't be, I can't talk about Oppenheimer without saying that I didn't hate Barbie.
I never watched Barbie. I guess all right. Good to see you. Good to see you, ZX Gear.
I'm having to like say that I don't hate Barbie when I said I watched Oppenheimer just because of my friends.
Yeah, so I liked Oppenheimer especially because a lot of it takes place in Los Alamos, right?
Yeah,
Which
it was
is I did my summer internship in college at Los Alamos. I was at that lab. I
Oh,
worked there.
That's cool.
Super cool. Yeah, the history there is very fascinating and whatnot. So
What really interested me to watch the movie was just seeing what happened to, I know it's not the greatest movie, but just what happened to like what 9 people back then, kind of.
Yeah.
And,
They,
how it's kind of built.
yeah, it was chosen because it was kind of in the middle of nowhere, and they wanted a place so that if, for instance, the Nazis invaded the U.S., that they wouldn't be able to get to it easily. So it was away from any of the borders. It's almost like it's landlocked, is what it is. So yeah,
Also,
Nick,
it's like no man's
it's like a no man's land. It is, and honestly, when I was there, I kind of went crazy after 2 months because I was a little confused at like what there was to do there. Everyone in that town works at that lab. So imagine living somewhere. I think it's the highest concentration of like PhDs in the U.S. It has the highest concentration of people with doctorate degrees. Yeah, because everyone that lives there works at the lab. So it's kind of dystopian, honestly. It's kind of weird. It's your last question of the nuclear chem homework. Where was your nuclear chem homework? Where'd you put that? Let me see. Where was that, Nick? Where'd you put it?
You like Super Smash Bros. Melee?
I love the N64 one.
Oh, okay, so Super Smash Bros. 64.
Yeah, N64. Let me see.
Melee is my favorite game.
I'm a big. Who's your player? Who do you play?
I play Fato, like Mango.
Okay.
If you know Mango.
Okay.
I'm actually playing it right now.
Let me see. One sec. I need to get down to the end of this. Oh, there's so many things in this chat. One sec.
Yeah, right now I'm not too enjoying science because we're going through cells.
Oh, that's biology, dude. Yeah. I don't know. Biology was kind
I
of
don't
boring
like
to me. I don't have the best time at it. Oh, he said. Oh, he'll find it.
Personally,
Okay. So fission
So
versus
Christ,
fusion.
like-
Do you know the difference between fission and fusion? Undecided.
I know fission splitting the atoms, and fusion's putting them together.
Very good. Yeah. So fission's when you take a heavy atom, such as uranium or whatnot, and you bombard it
Actually
with
do it
neutrons.
right?
Exactly. Right. Yeah. And this splits it, and then when it splits, it releases more neutrons that end up hitting more heavy things, and it creates like a chain reaction. Right. Yeah.
Create the chain reaction, which then produces the energy.
It does. And the energy comes from E equals mc squared. It comes from what's called the mass difference. Yeah. So that equation you always learn, right? E equals mc squared from Einstein. That's real.
Relativity, right?
Yeah. So what that's saying is that the difference in the mass from what you started with and what you end with gets converted into pure energy, and that the amount of energy it gets converted to is equal to the mass m times the speed of light squared, c squared. Do you know what the speed of light is, Undecided?
1.6 something, right?
No, it's 3 times 10 to the 8th. 3 times
Oh,
10 to
shit.
the 8th meters per second. It's a good number to know. Just like you're gonna use it all the time.
All right, I'll remember it.
So it's a massive amount of energy. And so that's fusion. Sorry, that's fission. And that's what we used to create the first atom bomb, was a fission reaction. Okay.
I actually did a English essay, and I did it on entropy.
Entropy? Entropy is cool.
Entropy is like my favorite physics topic.
Yeah, that deals a lot with I think it's like the second law of thermodynamics or something is what it is. I forget which
Second law
one
of
it is.
thermodynamics, yeah.
Is it? Yeah. That's a very cool one.
It does work.
Entropy says that things have to always naturally become more and more chaotic, right?
Yeah, it has to always have more disorder.
Okay,
However,
here.
Entropy is chaos.
Let's see.
It's
Let's see.
not
This was
order.
so Nick, which one did you need help with? Because this is related to things. Was it this radioactive dating or what? What was it? Explain how fusion differs from fission. How are the two processes alike? How are they different? Don't forget to cite your sources. Oh man, yeah, we gotta. Like what? Do your teachers let you cite Wikipedia anymore? Or are you not allowed to do it? Yeah.
Not really, because I do mine in French.
Oh, you do yours in French. Oh wow. Are you in Quebec? You in the French?
No, I'm in Ontario.
That's not
French
the.
version.
Oh, you French immersion. Okay. No one said I couldn't. Yeah. Okay. So fusion is different from fission. So fusion takes something heavy, splits it into smaller things. Okay. Fission takes two things that are light and makes it into a heavier thing. So in the case of what we case like deuterium fusion and whatnot, it's basically taking hydrogens and putting them together to form helium, and that creates energy. How they are the same?
Go down the periodic table.
No. It's just hydrogen forming into heliums. We don't take the heliums and then form them into carbons or something. No. It's just hydrogens to heliums.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. How they're alike is they both utilize what I was talking about, E equals mc squared, as the primary form of energy that's created. So that is the mass difference, is what it is. So when you have the... Here, let me write a little thing here. No. Where's my pen? I want to write today.
Let me show you what my science teacher gave us for next year.
Okay, let me see it. 1 second. I gotta reconnect this.
If you'd like to watch.
Oh, do you have a screenshot of it? Can you send me a screenshot of it? Or is it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, send me a screenshot. Send me a screenshot and put it in this channel's chat.
Yeah, let me find one that's not like a. It's in French, so I kind of have to translate for you.
No, it's okay. I'll try and translate some French.
You know any French?
Je m'appelle Giovanni. Je suis un bon cochon.
C'est un bon cochon.
It said I'm a beautiful pig. That's what I tell all the
You're
French
not.
girls I meet.
You didn't say beautiful. You just said pig.
I said bon cochon, right? Beautiful, bon.
That's good.
Bon.
That's a good.
Oh, I'm a
pig.
good pig. I'm a good pig. Is it beau? Is beau beautiful?
Beau is beautiful.
Un beau cochon.
I have an accent.
Oh man. Okay. So yeah, when you have the mass before, is what we say. Minus the mass, or m, after. This has to be equal to this is equal to this times c squared is equal to the energy released. That's what it is. I had to put my actual physics brain on for a second here. I've been too busy talking about China and Hong Kong. Yeah, and then so there's actually some cool things. Let me see. What is the mass difference in DT fusion? Let's get what it is. Yeah, deuterium tritium.
I'm not gonna learn about this till high school.
Yeah, no, you don't need to. But yeah, okay. Yes. So when you take hydrogen 2 and hydrogen 3, they're like heavy hydrogens, and you form hydrogen 4 plus a neutron. There is a mass difference. Do they have what the difference is though? 0.02 AMUs. That's cool. Yeah. So 0.02 AMUs is the mass difference. And then when you put that into E equals mc squared, that ends up giving you 17.6 mega electron volts, which is electron volts is a way of measuring energy. Is what it is. Yeah. So they both use this mass difference to create the amount of energy that's released. How they're different, right, is that fission breaks a big thing. Fusion makes a big thing. Or a bigger thing is what we would say. That's the general thing I would do.
Like a pill in water with like grainy, like that like breaks into smaller pieces because it's wet. Fission.
Yes.
And then like fusion is when you have like Orbeez in water and then it grows basically.
Yeah. You put it forms something. Yeah. Does that answer your question, Nick? Is that pretty cool? I think it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's.
Were we gonna show me undecided? You said you had a screenshot of something that you're learning in class.
I forgot to take a screenshot. Sorry.
You're okay.
Sorry.
It's okay, dude. You're good. You're good, dude.
I'll do it in a minute because I'm finishing up something.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Let's see. Do we have any other? Did anybody else? How long have we been streaming for? Hour 15? Oh, not that bad. Okay. Sometimes when I see it's like 2 hours, 3 hours, I'm like, okay, I gotta cut this.
What's your favorite dinner to have?
Okay, that's a good question. What? What's my favorite what?
Dinner.
Dinner. Ooh, my favorite dinner.
Wait, are you a dinner guy or are you a different meal guy?
I'm a breakfast guy. I love breakfast.
Okay, what's your favorite breakfast?
Honestly, like I love for breakfast. I love chilaquiles are really good. You ever had chilaquiles before? Maybe you don't get Mexican food up in Canada.
You want to know what our
Chilaquiles.
breakfast is? We
This
take
is-
shots of maple syrup. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Let's
Chilaquiles is what it is. It's like a bunch of tortillas with eggs and avocado. This is like super good breakfast. Yeah, I love this. We have
go. Just rice and eggs.
where's my okay, here we go. We have a whole
Chilaquiles.
we have a channel dedicated to what is it?
Oh yeah, I
To-
see it. Home ec food.
to food, home ec food. So yeah, 'cause Raiden was showing us some burgers he had, right?
Yeah, sounds good.
This looks dope too. Yeah, so I'll sometimes show what I make. So I made this.
Why do
This
you
was-
salt-based restaurant?
You've been to what in Dubai?
No, why is that like a golden steak?
Oh, it's in Miami, right? Yeah. Where the golden steak?
Oh.
Did someone see the golden steak? I did make a golden steak.
I saw it.
Yes, this one, dude. Yes. I did do this. I made a golden
it good?
steak. Yeah, it was good. I mean, it tastes like a steak just with like gold. Yeah, I did make a good one. I mean, look at that.
Okay,
I
some
cooked-
of this food up here looks really good.
I cooked that one to perfection, honestly. That was that was a really good steak.
Okay, hear me out. Asian food is better than white food.
Yes.
But,
Well, it
but
depends.
depends on the area.
Like this was some pretty white food. This was bomb, dude. I made like a breakfast taco. I love breakfast. Breakfast is my love language.
Okay, we season
I
our
love
chicken.
breakfast. Pardon?
We season our chicken, not with salt and pepper. Boil it.
Yeah. So you know one place. Oh, another thing. I love pickles. Like so, this was I don't know. I made like a tuna and pickle burrito
I
at
don't
one
like
point.
pickles that much.
Yeah, or pickle sandwich, or I guess I was eating at a Chinese buffet here or whatnot. But yeah, the kids post something like
Have you ever
noise.
been to Mandarin?
Mandarin. Have you ever been to China? You mean?
No, it's a Canadian only channel, I guess.
Well, I haven't. I haven't been to. I don't think I've been to. Wait, I have been to Canada. I have been to Canada. You know where I've been in Canada?
Quebec?
I've been
Quebec?
to no. Kelowna. Do you know where Kelowna is? Kelowna?
What province?
I want to say it's in BC,
British
like
Columbia?
British
Kelowna?
Columbia. Yeah, I've been to Kelowna. Yeah,
No
so
idea what that means.
here, one second. I'll find it. So here's the cool thing. I can always go to Google Photos and just type in like what country I'm in, and it'll show me it. I
You
just
can
typed
also
in
just
Canada.
dox your own house.
I could do that too.
I found your address, by the way.
Yes, see, there you go. It's not very hard. It's not very hard to find my address.
I mean, so it's not rewarding, you know?
It's not rewarding. Just don't order any pizzas to my house, please. Don't do it. Or don't
Oh, I got
swap
you.
me, dude. Don't swap me.
Why would I swat you?
Yeah, dude. Back in our day, when we used to like do internet pranks and whatnot, people had fax machines, and so a funny thing to do was to take a piece of paper and like tie it together in an infinite loop, and then just send an infinite fax to the other person's fax, and then it would just keep printing out till it burned all the toner out. Yeah.
That's so horrible.
Wait, I put Canada. This is not Canada.
Do you like poutine?
I love poutine. Yeah, poutine's fucking great.
Hey,
Oh my God.
You're respectable.
Yeah. Here we go. Canada. So I went to a festival called. Have you heard of Shambhala?
No.
Shambhala Music Festival. This is it. It's in Canada. It's a very big music. I love music festivals. I'm a big fan of them. But this is it. It's in Canada. It's in Kelowna, which I think is close to BC. But super cool. I had an awesome time here.
Yeah, personally, I'm not a social event guy.
Well, you got some growing up to do. You know, I was
my
very.
first concert in February.
I didn't go to my first concert until I was 16, I think, or 17.
I'm with my mom to a Japanese artist concert.
Okay. My first concert was System of a Down. Was my first concert.
My first concert was gonna be an anime guy. Technically, not really anime.
Okay.
But you know what I
Was it what? Was it one where they were taking the sticks and they were like the light up things and they were throwing them at each other?
I don't know.
No?
Oh, I can say artist who made some anime openings. If you know Black Clover.
Oh, here we go. I got a picture of me in Canada. Yeah, this was it. This is it. Dude, this place was crazy. One second.
You watch any anime?
I don't really. Yeah. So this was
And you wouldn't know the artist.
this
That's
this was
cool.
this was yeah, this was Shambhala. This was us on the stage. It's very cool. It's a huge music
Shit, yeah,
festival.
that looks cool.
Yeah. I probably there's me. There's a very much younger me. That's me when I was
You look way less fit. You look a lot more fit
Oh, I
now.
was chonkers, dude. I was chubby.
You look way healthier now.
Hey, I was not healthy. This was my chubby phase. I definitely had a chubby phase.
You had your cut.
I had my cut. I was drinking a lot and eating a lot, but it was cool. Good times. So, anyways, that's where I've been in Canada. Monkey asked Dr. Gold, "What will your kid's name be?" Ooh, I like that. That's a good question.
You should name them actual and education.
So it's actually funny. My family has a tradition where the first born male of the family has to be named some version of John. Is what it is. So my government name is Giovanni. Yeah, good. You found that out. Yeah. So that's Italian for John. My dad's name is John. His dad's name is John. And then his dad's name, so like my great-great-grandfather's name is Giovanni. So it's always been some form of John. So I think I would.
Let's find the French name of John.
Yeah, it was probably Jean. Probably Jen. Jean. Yeah.
No, it's Jean.
Yeah. Like Jean.
Jean.
Jean. So yeah, I guess it depends who I end up having children with. You know, probably have that conversation. But I would like for it to be some version of John. So whatever nationality that person is, maybe we can like come to an agreement, like blend. I don't know.
If it's Asian, just do some kind of a random pot sound down the stairs.
What's up, Artran? Artran says he has finals tomorrow. Oh, good luck. Oh, good luck. Good luck at Artran. Good luck, dude.
You know how you can find a name with Asian children?
A name with Asian children? What? Make the name Asian Education?
How you do it is you grab a metal pot.
Oh
and the
no,
sound
not
it
this
makes
joke,
fall down
dude.
the stairs.
No, dude, that's the cutlery. Yeah, I've heard that one before.
Ping, 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 ping.
Ping, ping, pang, pong. Yeah, it's funny. I had a Chinese friend who used to always make these jokes. I guess it's Is it not racist if you're making fun of your own race? I don't know what it is, but they would.
It's not really. I'm
They would
Japanese, so
say
it's like
they would say ching chong all the time, and I was like, okay. I don't think I'm allowed to say that. Yeah, I don't know.
It's fine. We're not canceling you.
Yeah, that's what I also say. Like, I hate cancel culture. Cancel culture is the fucking worst.
My gang fan.
There you go. What
Have
else?
you heard the
was-
Toronto man accent?
No,
It's horrid. Don't listen to it.
sounds like something I should listen to then.
No,
What
it sucks.
What was this,
No.
Nick? Nick, you were showing us. Oh, is this the keyboard I bought you? Is this the keyboard I bought you?
That's an OU keyboard.
Isn't it? It's pretty cool, actually. Yeah. So what is it? This is the keyboard. Wow.
Okay, what is the thought in our generation slang?
Ooh, what's my thought on your slang? Dude, you got some good questions undecided, bro. I like this, dude. What? My thought on your slang?
Like our generation's like kind of slang.
Okay. I like this.
Like how he's like fam and like drip and like.
It's
W
cringy.
and
It's cringy. I feel like to me, it's cringy, but I think that's a constant thing that always happens with generations. I think the older generation always thinks the younger generation is cringe.
That's true.
Just some of them just sound, I don't know, like kind of
Forced.
forced or just, I don't know, like someone tried to mentally, intentionally make themselves stupid. You know? I don't know. I'm trying to think what the latest ones I've been seeing is gyat. Gyat, is that the one you guys use now?
I don't want to. No.
You know that one, right? Yeah, no, it's.
Yeah.
I think it refers to like someone who has like an ass or something. You say like gyat, and I'm just like,
a
what?
big butt, we'll say.
Yeah, it's like gyat. I don't know. That's like a weird one.
Before it used to be like for like goddamn.
Goddamn sounds cool. That's whatever. You know.
That's what it used to mean. But then they changed it.
Let's actually. I wonder if you can Google this. I don't know. I don't know if these things are. You know what's the other one I've started seeing kids say? They say so true. Like, I'll be teaching them something. I'll say, you know, here's how we find the hypotenuse of a triangle. Here's how we find this. And the kid will be like, so true. I'm just like, yeah, it is true. It's the fucking hypotenuse. Like, it's the Pythagorean theorem. It's real. But they just say so true. I don't know. Every kid be saying real. Yeah, that was my generation too. We said that. You know, keep it real. Like, that's real.
That's tough.
Give me some other ones. Yeah, tough. Tough is one for sure. The one I'm actually quite proud of you guys for doing is you guys now say restarted and acoustic. I've heard that one.
Yeah, we do.
Right? Which, it's kind of funny because I grew up on the internet during the days of 4chan and whatnot, and dude, we were yelling the F-bombs at everyone. We were using quote-unquote homophobic slurs all the time. We didn't even know what gay people were. We just use them because that's how it was. And then
you get flamed now if you use those.
You do. You get canceled. You get straight up canceled.
Yeah.
I actually saw this.
Which I think is bad and good.
It's bad and good. It depends how it's being used. But for instance, I mean,
It's more like
if you look even
it's
at
hard
like
to explain how
yeah, go on.
It's like, yes, it's good that people are getting canceled, but sometimes they do it to a too far extent.
Yeah, it's like it's trigger happy is what it is, and I don't. You know, you start canceling people who I don't think had bad intents. Like, they weren't intentionally being racist, or they weren't intentionally being misogynist or homophobic. They just said something like.
That's what I mean. Like, for homophobic.
Yeah, we should judge. We should judge people on their entire character, not just a 10-second sound clip that I don't know. They accidentally let something slip during a Warzone match or something.
And that's what they don't. That's what people just like.
You
know Nas Daily?
No.
He's like the 1 minute guy that's like, I don't remember. I can just send you a YouTube clip.
Nas Daily.
Like something.
Oh, they say people are saying they love this guy. Okay, cool. Let's look him up. This guy. He's Nas means
Daily.
people in He's Arabic. Okay.
Yeah.
Did he get canceled?
He got canceled because he said "fuck Israel."
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I get it. That's a hot topic right now.
But it's like that's not his whole character. He's actually a really good guy.
Yeah, but it's very triggering towards certain groups of people. It's polarizing, is what it is. Yeah, you can't.
I don't even want to talk about that. Like debate.
I know. Yeah, you shouldn't.
I don't want to.
Yeah, just don't.
It's okay. We actually did a part of history.
Yeah, that's a much longer podcast if I want to go into the whole Israel thing. I don't need to right now. But
hey, what's your thoughts on the Riemann data function?
Dude, what? Wait, 1 second. Let one thing at a time, real quick. Rand, that's me. What? Okay. What? Okay. Maybe I can Google like. Sorry. Okay. Restarted in acoustic. Okay. Getting back to this. So back when I was your age, we used to call people retarded all the time, and nothing against like mentally challenged people. I have mentally challenged like family members. Like it's fine. We never meant it as like, you know, people who are and mentally retarded is actually a real word. Like I think now they call it mentally challenged. I don't know. It seems like you're walking on eggshells. But and even during my growing, do you guys know the Black Eyed Peas? You guys know the Black Eyed Peas?
Yeah.
So they used to have a song called "Let's Get Retarded," but then they ended up having to change it to "Let's Get It Started" because I think right around the time they released it, that started becoming like taboo. They started canceling it. You couldn't say retarded anymore.
You know the song that Macklemore made about being gay?
Yeah.
And it's terrible.
Here early in early 2022. No. Dude, it was even before that, dude. I don't know when they did it. This is probably wrong. 2004, whatever. Anyways, so I do think it's dumb to start just banning words and canceling people when they say things and they use certain words, but they're not meaning it in, you know, negative contexts really towards that group of people. And so what I've started seeing kids do is instead of, they know they're going to get in trouble with the teachers if they call each other retarded, so they call each other restarted. And it's quite brilliant because what are you going to do next? Are you going to cancel the word restarted? Are we not allowed to say restarted? Like what?
Guys, we're not allowed to say retarded now, so we can't restart a YouTube video.
Right? Yeah. So it's brilliant because also it demonstrates again that it was nothing against mentally challenged people. We just liked using the word to insult each other, but not
you
to.
know what really pisses me off? People
What?
canceling languages, it sounds like a bad word.
People can't what?
You can't even say. Okay, hear me out. So you can't cancel me for this because it's a word in Japanese. I can't say bitter in Japanese because it's niga.
Oh, niga. Yeah, for sure.
I
Yeah.
can't say it because you know what?
Well,
it sounds like the enemy.
Yeah, that's a whole. You shouldn't. That's just.
It just
that,
pisses me off because like let us speak the language we normally speak with our parents. Jesus.
Right, but you're in a different culture, is what it is. So, for instance, there are words in English that mean different things in other languages. And if you say those things around those people, then yeah, you get into trouble, is what it is. I have been saying bear all this time. What is bear? No, black or butter. What was the Japanese word for? What was it for?
Bata.
What? Sorry.
Butter in Japanese.
Oh, but niga in Japanese is what?
Bitter.
Bitter. Bitter. Okay. No. You say it's bitter. It's the Japanese word for bitter, apparently. Okay. Yeah. Again, so I do applaud your generation for kind of like pointing that out and being like, okay, cool. We're just going to use words that sound the same, and you can't ban those. Like we can't ban the word acoustic because acoustic just means like guitar and whatnot.
Acoustic
Yeah.
is like, okay,
And then it takes its own meaning of itself, which was like, yeah, we were just calling you dumb. Like you're calling you acoustic. You're like you're just dumb.
Okay, but hear me
Nothing.
out, acoustic
Nothing
sounds
against
good.
autistic people. Like I think everyone's fucking autistic. Like,
Everyone's awesome. Hear me out. Yeah. But like, also acoustic songs are great. But anyway, that's
acoustic
the
sounds
topic.
cool. Sounds great. Okay, cool. I think here. We're at an hour and a half, so let me wrap this. Unless anyone has any last minute questions, I appreciate all your questions here, Undecided. They're pretty cool. They really poked at some things that I hadn't even thought about. So yeah. All right. Awesome. Okay, so let's do. I do a giveaway. So I do a giveaway during these streams where I give Discord Nitro out to someone who doesn't have it. And then because our server always needs like boosts. And rather than me like pay for the boosts, I'd rather just give Nitro to one of you guys and then you get Nitro for a month as well. So, let's see. I will, just because this was a special one, I'll let anyone who's just basically here can get put on the wheel. But for the next one, we were gonna make it so that you have to actually ask a question. Golden hour. Okay, cool. So I know Undecided was here for sure. Nick was here. Monkey. What's my favorite drink? Ooh, whiskey or bourbon? I like bourbon. I'm a big bourbon enjoyer.
Interesting. Isn't it burn?
It does. Yeah, I mean it's an adult drink. You should have it when you're older. Okay. Who else is here? Who else wants to get added to the wheel? I see Ethan. Ethan's here. Nick. Cuber. Did I put Cuber on there? Okay. Anybody else in the Twitch doesn't have Discord Nitro yet and wants to boost our server? I'll pay for your Nitro, dude. Me? Yeah, we got you, Monkey. We got you in there.
That's
Okay,
kind of mean. Don't call someone a monkey.
His name is Monkey in the server. It's called Monkey.
You acoustic retarded idiot.
No, acoustic restarted. I don't know, person or something. His name is Monkey. I know Monkey is a derogatory term sometimes, but his name is literally Monkey.
Yo, get the joke.
Like people. Okay, cool. All right, we're gonna roll it. Let's do it. Spinny spin. Who's gonna win?
Is it like a podcast, or is it just like it's not an actual podcast?
I might post it at some point. Wow,
cool.
Ethan, you get it. Good job, Ethan.
If Ethan's
Awesome
here,
job.
that's the thing. I'm not
Ethan's
sure
here.
if Ethan's here.
He's in the
here.
chat. He's here.
Let's
Congrats,
go.
Ethan. You won. All right.
Congrats, Ethan.
Cool. All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming to this week's edition of the Golden Hour AMA podcast. I appreciate everyone. We had a lot of new people here. I know Penn Center invited people. I really appreciate that. I loved all the questions. Next week, yeah, I will have a special guest with us, and the day or two before, I'll have you guys submit questions, so we can have some things to go through. Hopefully, the Discord stages is working. It wasn't working this time, but maybe we should just leave things as a VC. Y'all seem to be decently behaved. Usually, I run things as a stage. Because I have to prevent people coming in with just hot mics and just saying whatever, because we are live on Twitch, and I don't want to get banned or canceled.
Real.
Anyways, okay, cool. Our next stream is going to be on Monday, That's going to be at 3 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. That's our regular office hour stream. That's a great way to get any help with your math or science homework. Even if you don't need help, even if you're just curious to learn more advanced math stuff, I can teach it to you. So let's say, for instance, you're bored in your pre-calc class, you want to learn a bit of calculus, I can show you some cool calculus, and we do it here live on the stream. Plus, you earn bond coins for asking questions. And for those of you that don't know, when you earn a certain amount of bond coins, I buy you gift cards. So there's a whole reward system to this. If you don't believe me, I always say I have this in I have the receipts, is what I say. So here's like a receipt. Here's all the times I've bought people like prizes.
I have one
and
more
stuff.
question before you go.
What's up? So
Why
it's
is the
real.
Navier-Stokes equation not solved?
I don't know. That's a Penn Center question, dude. That's a Penn Center question,
Okay.
dude. What? Yeah. So I know a decent amount of math, but when we start getting to the higher
I
level
didn't
stuff.
realize it was math. I thought it was physics.
Oh, what'd you say? What was it? The what equation?
I thought Navier-Stokes equation was physics.
Oh,
that's why.
Navier-Stokes. Oh, Navier-Stokes. Oh, yeah, that is a physics equation. Yeah, that's a fluids equation. Why is it not?
solved?
Because it's chaotic, is what it is. It's
How is it chaotic?
well, because it's chaotic means that whenever you change the inputs by a little bit, the outputs change incredibly wild. So it's hard to predict things. You know, usually if something's a straight line, right? If I move like the X, the Y moves up by a certain amount, like it's predictable.
Yeah.
Navier-Stokes is totally unpredictable. The solution is like chaotic. So that's why it's not
Also,
really
it's
solvable.
basically entropy. There's more entropy in the
It is
equation.
entropy.
Uh-huh.
Fluid, yes. Yes, this all ties into entropy. Yeah, that's actually a great thing. Yes, it is.
Guys, I made such a funny pun.
What's your funny pun? Before we close out, you can say it. What is it undecided?
Wait, I have a dad joke.
Okay.
What's a nut that likes to be on a wall? A walnut.
That's dope.
Okay. All right, cool. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday. If you want to come play Fortnite with us tomorrow, I'm going to do that on the actual gaming stream. Maybe I'll give out some V-Bucks for that. And then Sunday, we're going to do Jackbox games. So if you want to come play Jackbox with us, that'll be on Sunday. We'll also do some prizes. I don't stream that because that tends to get a little explicit, but you can do whatever you want on that one. I don't care. All right? Cool? All right. Enjoy the rest of the day. I will see you guys over the weekend, or I will see you back here on the stream on Monday. Peace!